is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Jessica and I am a naturopathic doctor, an acupuncturist, and a fitness coach. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how you can naturally relieve that muscle soreness that you get after exercise. So now, unfortunately, you have no excuse not to do leg day. So if you want to find out my tips and tricks for relieving muscle soreness, then just keep watching. What's with that feeling of soreness that you get after a workout, and why does it sometimes wait like to the day after or even 3 days after? So that feeling of soreness, especially after eccentric exercise, which happens when you're lengthening the muscle and weight bearing or load bearing, is called delayed onset muscle soreness. To be completely honest, we're not exactly sure why delayed onset muscle soreness occurs. However, there are a couple theories about it. The main theories circle around either muscle or tissue damage or connective tissue damage to the muscle during heavy training, and that resulting tissue damage can then lead to inflammation and therefore the pain cycle. So what can we do about DOMS? What can we do about this muscle stiffness and soreness? Well, let's start with the obvious. Are you drinking enough water? It sounds really simple, but adequate hydration is really important to relieve that sense of stiffness and pain that comes along with muscle soreness. So during your workout, you're putting strain on your muscles, which actually is breaking down the muscle in order to rebuild it. You need to be adequately hydrated in order to fuel protein synthesis, in order to build your muscles back up. So make sure you're getting your daily allotment of water and staying hydrated. Along the same line, you want to make sure you're getting adequate nutrition. You want to make sure you're hitting your protein goals, especially if you're looking to build muscle. Whether your goal is to create more lean muscle mass or to burn fat and also build muscle at the same time, you want to make sure that you're hitting your protein goals and you're meeting your macros. So I will leave a link below with the resource so that you can make sure you're hitting your macros. For most people, in a rough estimate, and of course people are going to be below this and above this, but a rough estimate, 1 gram per pound of body weight is usually adequate estimate for protein intake. But be sure to check the link below. Another one of the obvious things is to actually just keep moving. Studies have shown that low intensity exercise when you're already sore can be helpful in relieving that sense of soreness. Usually, however, it only lasts while you're doing the exercise, but to make sure you're not losing any range of motion and keeping moving and keeping the blood flow going, you'll want to do some gentle stretching, maybe go for a walk, or even doing a little bit of cycling on low resistance. These are all great options to keep the body moving and to help reduce that feeling of stiffness and pain. Another one of the obvious things is making sure that you're getting enough sleep. If you haven't seen my previous video on getting your best sleep naturally without medication, then I will put that over here or maybe down here in the description box, so make sure you check that out. But you want to make sure you're getting enough sleep. Sleep is when all the repair of the tissues is happening, so making sure you're getting enough sleep is going to help reduce that muscle stiffness, help speed up the recovery process, and get you back to moving around. Okay, now that the obvious is out of the way, another thing you can do to help relieve the pain is massage. Now, I know we all can't go out every week or every couple of days and get a professional massage, but you can do a little bit of self-massage at home. And there are a couple of techniques that I like for doing this. Which is great because it's going to help increase blood flow and oxygen to the muscles. That increase in circulation is going to help push out some of those inflammatory cytokines, and that's going to reduce your pain. So, one of the ways that I like to do this is this innocent looking yet torturous device that we call the foam roller. So foam rolling, or even using something like a lacrosse ball or a massage ball, is a great way to get into those tissues and just really work that area and really get some myofascial release. Most of the time it is a little bit painful, but if you continue to do it and do it regularly, it's going to become less painful, and the foam roller will be your new best friend, especially if you like to go hard. Another great way to do a little bit of self-massage is to use a percussive device. There are quite a few of these percussive devices out on the market. One of the most popular, I think, is the Theragun. You can probably see it all over Instagram and YouTube. The one that I like is actually the Hypervolt. This we actually use in our office, but I liked it so much I got one for myself. It's pretty light, it's portable, and as you can see, this one, there is a newer one that doesn't make as much noise, so it makes a little bit of noise, but it's actually pretty nice. Like, oh yeah, get in there. Oh please. is another great way to give yourself a little bit of self-massage and help relieve some of the pain that comes along with that muscle ache. Another method that I like to use for a self-massage, and you can do this on yourself or you can have someone to kind of help you, is cupping. And you can buy these awesome little cupping kits. I got this one off of Amazon. No, this is not sponsored. I actually use all these things either in my office, at work, or here at home. Let's see. So this one comes with this, this awesome little set, different sizes. So this is great. It comes with a little extra pump if you want to do something like pump your own back or cup your own back, and you just squeeze the little trigger here. Way simpler than traditional cupping, which uses fire, which is a little bit dangerous. Pretty inexpensive. I'm sure you guys have seen Michael Phelps from, what was that, like 2 Olympics ago, when he had all those marks. You don't need to go that hard. You're not Michael Phelps. Don't go that hard. You don't need to do that. Pump it up, and for this, excuse you, helps get tissues moving, helps get things a little bit unstuck, and helps with circulation and lymph flow as well. So, great option. I will leave a link down below in the description box, and you can check this out. Another device that I love, and this one might be a little bit harder to come by, is the NormaTec kind of compression device. I don't know if you've seen. You can shout them out at NormaTec Recovery or go look at their Instagram. It basically uses compression to help enhance blood flow. I will leave a link below. The thing about them is that they're a little bit pricey, but if you can afford it, or if you can go to your doctor or PT, sometimes they might have it, and you can kind of sit in the lounge, kick back and relax, and use that to help with your recovery. Let's talk about a few supplements that I like to use to aid in muscle recovery. First thing that I like is making sure that you're getting enough of your fatty acids. So taking a supplement like fish oil or omega-3s or omega-6, and making sure you're promoting that anti-inflammatory pathway. So it's not that they're anti-inflammatory in and of themselves, they're not like an ibuprofen, but they are pushing the body towards the less inflammatory pathway, which is really helpful when you're training really hard. The next supplement that is anti-inflammatory and really can help with pain is actually curcumin, which comes from the turmeric plant. So curcumin is a constituent that actually comes from turmeric, and it is well known as an anti-inflammatory and also an antioxidant. So again, it's pushing on that anti-inflammatory pathway and help bringing down the inflammation, which should also help with pain. Studies have shown that taking that after exercise can help reduce delayed onset muscle soreness. Another supplement that is pretty popular are BCAAs, or branched chain amino acids. Now, branched chain amino acids are leucine, isoleucine, and valine, and these are amino acids that we get from our foods. And these 3 in particular have been shown to play an important role in protein synthesis and also protein breakdown. As we're exercising, we're actually breaking down the muscle a little bit. And skeletal muscle is one of the major sites of BCAA oxidation. So the theory is that by replacing the BCAAs with supplement is that you're going to help with protein synthesis and hopefully also prevent too much of the protein breakdown. I'll leave a link below in the description box to some of my favorite BCAA drinks and supplements. And no, again, not sponsored. Another thing that I love for reducing muscle soreness is actually hydrotherapy. And hydrotherapy is using hot or cold water to help relax the muscles. Now, we usually think of cold when we have an acute injury and prevent the swelling from getting out of control. It is actually alternate with hot and cold. That almost acts like a pumping action, moving along all that lymph and moving out those inflammatory cytokines. I really like the rule of 3s, 3 minutes hot, 30 seconds cold. Repeat that 3 times. You can do this in the shower, or depending on the site, you can do this with alternating hot or cold packs as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Leave me a comment down below letting me know your favorite tips and tricks for muscle recovery and what you do to avoid that soreness. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so that you can get notified when our next video is out. We will have a new video next week. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye!